Namaskar, good evening. You're watching the Newshour at 9 and I'm Swati Joshi. Curtains have come down on campaigning for phase 1 of polling in Bihar. Choppers hovered over rally venues. Netas crisscrossed the length and breadth of the state. Political barbs flew thick and fast. And now 121 constituencies across 18 districts will cast their ballots on the 6th of November. Big guns from the two main alliances made their final pitch to the voters. From the NDA camp, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a virtual interaction with the BJP women workers and renewed the Jungle Raj attack. Tearing into RJD and Congress, the Prime Minister said people of Jungle Raj will see their biggest defeat. Taking up the baton, Home Minister Amit Shah trained guns at the Congress Gali Brigade, saying abusers by Congress leaders power Modi's victory.
उन्हें सिर्फ आपका वोट चाहिए। अगर आप कहोगे नरेंद्र मोदी जी आप ऐसा ड्रामा करो, वोट के लिए वो कर देंगे। जो भी करवाना है करवा लो। मैं कह रहा हूं आप उनको कहो कि देखो भैया हम आपको वोट देंगे, आप स्टेज पे आके नाच लो, वो नाच लेंगे।
जब जब कांग्रेस पार्टी ने मोदी जी के लिए अपशब्द कहे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रचंड बहुमत से जीत कर आई है। प्रचंड बहुमत से जीत। भाइयों बहनों, ये राहुल लालू के हाथ में बिहार सुरक्षित है क्या?
While campaigning came to a close in Bihar, the fire over S.I.R continues to rage. From Bihar, it has now spread to other parts of the country as the poll panel kicked off second phase of nationwide S.I.R. In Tamil Nadu, DMK has moved Supreme Court and termed the exercise de facto NRC. In Kerala, the ruling LDF is considering legal steps against the exercise too. In Bengal, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee hit the streets leading the anti-S.I.R rally with constitution in her hands. She alleged that S.I.R was a political tool for a silent, invisible rigging ahead of the 2026 assembly polls. Mamata went on to issue a warning that Modi's government will fall and that is inevitable if even a single eligible voter is struck off the list. Her nephew Abhishek Banerjee warned of Delhi dharna next.
बिहार को तुम्हें समझने नहीं पाया, जब समझा तो उसको नाम काट के मार दिया था, निकाल दिया था, लेकिन हम लोग पहले से पकड़ा, अब इसको हम देखेंगे भी। अगर एक भी आदमी का लोग नाम मार दिया तो बीजेपी का गवर्नमेंट तोड़ के छोड़ेंगे।
এই যে 7 জন প্রাণ দিয়েছে সবাই যোগ্য ছিল, ভোটার তালিকা থেকে সবার নাম বাদ গেছে। দিল্লি যাওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন।
Others in the India bloc raised suspicion too and went to the extent of equating S.I.R with NRC.
एक तरह का एनआरसी है, ये पूरा ऑपोजिशन कह रहा है। आसाम में क्यों नहीं हुआ, ये सबसे बड़ा सबूत है कि ये एनआरसी है।
जिस तरीके से S.I.R मौजूदा बीजेपी लगातार राज्यों में ला रही है, असम जैसे राज्य में नहीं ला रही है, निश्चित तौर पे S.I.R को एक हथियार के रूप में इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं।
They say that 65 lakh voters had gone out of Bihar. In that statement, they had also said that 6.5 lakh voters have gone to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the next state to face election, and they are trying to include all those 6.5 lakh voters in the Tamil Nadu voter list.
Well, protests, warning and fear-mongering. The opposition is resorting to all tricks in the book to stall the nationwide voter list cleanup drive. Home Minister Amit Shah, in an exclusive conversation with Group Editor-in-Chief Navika Kumar, blunted opposition's charge with a fact check on S.I.R. Amit Shah highlighted that S.I.R is a routine exercise which has been carried out 11 times in independent India, with most revisions during Congress regime.
तमिलनाडु की सरकार गई है कोर्ट और चैलेंज किया है उन्होंने जो 12 राज्यों में आपने किया है। बंगाल ने कहा है हाथ पैर तोड़ देंगे। आपको लगता है कि ये S.I.R एक्सरसाइज चुनाव से पहले जिन राज्यों में चुनाव है वहां होनी चाहिए?
देखिए, S.I.R सिर्फ चुनावी राज्यों में नहीं हो रहा है, 2 चरण में हो रहा है। जहां चुनाव 2025 और 26 में है वहां पर अभी हो रहा है, 26 में है वहां पर अभी हो रहा है, और 27 में जिन राज्यों में चुनाव नहीं है 27 में वहां पर होगा। S.I.R एक रूटीन प्रक्रिया है जो 1955 से लेकर अब तक 11 बार हुई है।
And that brings us to the legitimate question tonight on Newshour, and the question that we are asking. H-bomb has fizzled. Now, is the Vipaksh resorting to S.I.R. fear-mongering just to prove their point and for vote bank politics? Let's open this up and go across to our guests.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
All right, let's go across to our guest tonight. We are joined by Nikhil Anand, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Dr. Sanjay Kumar, national spokesperson of the JDU. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader Congress. Dr. Jayant Jigyasu, national spokesperson of the RJD. We are joined by Kumar Saurabh Singh, national spokesperson of the Jan Swaraj Party, and Advocate Niladri Bhattacharya, political analyst. Good evening to all of you. Mr. Bhattacharya, I want to begin with you. Objections, one can understand. Criticism, one can understand. Questions on the entire exercise, also understandable. But why scaremonger? Why fearmonger? And what kind of statements are being made? Haath pair tod denge? Logo ka sar cut jayega? What do the TMC leaders mean by issuing such statements, threats and warnings?
Ma'am, it is not that there is a fear-mongering. The fear-mongering is very real amongst the people of West Bengal. People are committing suicide here. People are dying by understanding that their names will be wrongfully struck off from the list. Our CM today has said that S.I.R. is nothing but a silent, invisible rigging manipulated by the BJP in collusion with the Election Commission and the Chief Commissioner, whom she calls Kursi Babu. They are only trying to bring in NRC through the back door in Assam.
So aren't leaders who are making such statements only adding fuel to fire?
You cannot have.
Isn't this only going to create more panic?
We are not adding. No, TMC is not adding. No, TMC is not adding fuel to the fire. There are reasons behind it. In some constituencies, in the hard copies of the list, names have already been deleted, when they are being showing on the website. It is fear because actually the exercise of S.I.R., if we listen to the Honorable Home Minister, it cannot be done in 2 months. It requires all the earlier 11 S.I.Rs took a period of more than 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years.
What is the entire span?
Trying to finish off the whole
what
exercise
is the entire
in
span?
2 months.
What is the entire span? Can you take us through the schedule?
Trying just to bring in.
Can you take us Can you take us through the schedule? The enumeration begins today. What happens next? And can you tell us the time and days that has been allotted?
The enumeration 4th of November
yes.
till 4th of December. Then there will be objection publication of the final roll,
yes.
draft roll and the final roll.
Yes.
But the question here is that how do you finish up the whole thing within 2 months? What prompted you? Because Bengal is going to the elections in 2026 by May or June. What prompts you? Just 2-3 months before the elections, you need to have this exercise. This exercise could have been done in a much more peaceful manner, not in a haphazard manner.
Mr. Bhattacharya, if the fear is that the names are going to be struck off the list, then people should be made aware that there is a stipulated time period that will be allotted, which is around a month, to hear the objections that have been filed. There will be another process which will be followed where the Election Commission officials will go through verification of the documents. And it's not like nobody is going to hear your case in case your name is removed from the list. Again, you may have issues. 1 second. You may again have issues with the entire process. You can go to the court, challenge it. But I am asking you about the statements that are being issued. Sir, kyun kat jayega, sir? S.I.R. mein sir kyun katega?
Ma'am, as far as going to the courts is concerned, that is the course of action which the party will decide. But this is a political fight. 2 political parties are fighting it out, and the TMC has said that we will go to Delhi, we will have the political rally in Delhi, even if 1 eligible voters gets deleted. Please understand, Mamata Banerjee as an opposition leader is very,
the political parties can fight it out. The political parties can fight it out. But what is the need to issue such statements? किसके हाथ पैर आप तोड़ देंगे? और क्यों हाथ पैर आप तोड़ देंगे? Who has given you the authority कि आप हाथ पैर जाके लोगों के तोड़ देंगे? When the Supreme Court itself, did not say that the exercise is unconstitutional, stop it right away. Did the court say that?
Ma'am, the court is in hearing in season of the matter. The court is hearing it. The hearing is not yet
I am
complete.
talking about the Bihar.
The hearing is not
I
yet
am
finalized.
talking about the Bihar
Final judgment
S.I.R.
has come
exercise.
Only the interest.
I am talking about the Bihar S.I.R. exercise. It was taken to the court. The court never said that S.I.R. is unconstitutional. In fact, it said that the Election Commission has the right, it has a mandate under the Representation of Peoples Act 1950 to carry out such an exercise. It has happened in the past multiple times.
No one is denying that, ma'am, that the election, no one is denying the fact the Election Commission doesn't have the mandate.
Nikhil Anand, your intention is to strike off names because, one second, now allow your co-panelists to come in, Nikhil Anand, the charge is that the BJP is doing all this. Now, they are not saying Election Commission. They say there's a nexus between the Election Commission and the BJP. So this nexus is trying to strike off names that are going to vote against the BJP. And there's a warning for you. Agar ek bhi eligible voter ko nikala, your government is going to fall. That's inevitable.
It's a funny charge against BJP or say Election Commission of India. When the S.I.R. took place last time, it was in 2003. The Congress government at the center was there, and there was no hue and cry over this whole process. And this time, they are very much deliberate to play their petty politics against BJP or ECI. You see that Rahul Gandhi goes abroad and malign the image of ECI, the most neutral, autonomous election conducting body. But here, why they are afraid? Bihar has witnessed a very clear-cut S.I.R. process, and even Supreme Court has not indicted anything wrong. And all the political parties, they are asked to appoint BLA 2 on every booth. None of the BLA 2 or BLA 1, which is appointed in every assembly constituency, gave any complaint before the Election Commission of India. I want to say that this whole drama is just to play petty politics, and I want to quote that Rahul Gandhi did the whole politics of vote chori yatra. Why it flopped? Why not Tejasvi Yadav joining Rahul Gandhi?
That question I'll pose to the RJD spokesperson. But Nikhil Anand, did the exercise in Bihar fulfill the objective? And I'm not talking about role revision. There was also another goal, another objective कि जो घुसपैठिए हैं वो वोट नहीं दे पाएंगे. तो क्या पता चला कितने घुसपैठिए थे? Do we know how many infiltrators were there?
I want to mention the name of a particular constituency. It is my constituency where 30,000 names were deleted, in which around 12,000 were those who died between 2003 to this time. And other were those who were double voters. And some of them, around 3,000 people, who shifted their base from that particular constituency. So, and Election Commission of India gave enough time.
No, you are not answering my question. My question is, कुछ पता चला कितने घुसपैठिए थे? We know what the Election Commission said, that people who have died, who lost their life, are not alive anymore. Their names, along with those who have migrated, transfer हो चुका है. Apart from that, those who have dual votes. इन लोगों का नाम कटा है. But apart from that, there may be people who are not able to provide any documents establishing their identity. Do we know the number of घुसपैठियास?
No, we don't have any particular name or number. These are घुसपैठियास. But those who failed to submit their document before the Election Commission of India, even Aadhaar was permitted. But there was hue and cry over.
All right, now let me bring in Ashwini Kumar. One second. Ashwini Kumar ji, I can see you smiling, almost laughing now. घुसपैठियों का नंबर नहीं है. आपको कहां से पता चला how many people, part of those who've been excluded, were actually going to vote against the BJP? ये non-BJP supporters हैं. ये आप लोगों को कैसे पता चल गया? जिसके बेसिस पे इतना बड़ा charge लगाया that, you know, only people who are going to vote against the BJP, the NDA, have been removed from the list.
Swati ji, good evening to your viewers. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
I am just wondering, the whole campaign of Modi ji was around घुसपैठिए, 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 बख्शे नहीं जाएंगे. And now they are telling they don't have any number. In fact, the irony is, if you look at the border state with Bangladesh, we are having around 4,000 borders with Bangladesh. 2,700 of border was fenced by UPA government, and in last 11 years, India could do only 500 or 600 kilometers. 2,700 kilometers was done by UPA. So they are not serious about Ghuspatia. They just want the vote in the name of fear-mongering. That is the reason Modi ji's election campaigns also talk about Hindu Muslims, also talk about, and in fact they call the entire Muslim population as infiltrators in 2024 election rallies.
1 second.
So I think,
Ashwini ji, okay, my question to you was, opposition ko kaise pata chala? How did the opposition come to know that those names who have been taken off, have been excluded from the list, were actually going to vote against the BJP? Because that was your entire narrative. Vote chori ho rahi hai. Vote chori ho rahi hai because NDA fears that these people are not going to vote for them.
Swati ji, India Alliance and Congress is not against any democratic process, which is part of Constitution. We are against the intent of Kendriya Chunav Ayog, Election Commission of India, which is working like an agent to current government.
Sir, did the opposition approach the court challenging the very exercise?
We have. In fact, we have given multiple complaints to the Election Commission, and they are telling their Bihar S.I.R is completed without 0 complaints. So how can you trust the institution?
No. One
not even taken the complaints of the
opposition. Don't trust the Election Commission. Do you trust the court? Don't trust the Election Commission. Do you trust the court?
We do trust the court, and this matter is sub judice.
Yes. So what did the court say? Okay, but then there were observations. There were observations, Ashwini ji. The court said too much passion, but little evidence, little reasons, too much passion. The court also asked for evidence. Was evidence provided?
Swati ji, even if one person is abstained from voting, it is a death of democracy. Because
even if one person who is eligible, who is a legal eligible voter
is restricted from voting, this is against democracy. This is the darkest. That will be the darkest day of democracy, because Election Commission of India is working as an agent of current ruling government, and this has been proven again and again. We are asked for the data in Karnataka. We have given that. Rahul Gandhi has given a lot of metrics.
Yes. Since you mentioned Karnataka, one would remind you of what the Karnataka High Court said about the Malur election, how it was nullified, and what the court's observation was.
Swati, yes, totally. I totally agree to you. If anyone can manipulate any election process, is it not the Election Commission of India which is responsible?
But that's the difference I'm trying to highlight. No. Let me bring one second now, Ashwini ji, 1 second now. Let me bring in Jayant Jigyasu ji. No, 1 second. Dr. Jigyasu, now the difference is ki in case of Karnataka, the Karnataka High Court said sufficient details of discrepancies. That's what the High Court said. In case of S.I.R. in Bihar, the Supreme Court said electoral list can't be static. The revision has to happen. It also asked for evidence, and the court actually also pulled up the petitioners who kept on saying that Gadbad Jhala has happened. There is some Gotala which is happening, to come up with evidence. Was evidence provided, Dr. Jigyasu?
No, the current dispensation comes up with the logic that it was done in 2003 also, but it was not a special intensive revision. It was simply intensive revision, and there was no enumeration form, and the verification of citizenship didn't take place. So that is the basic difference. Here, the very motto is yes. They are not interested in any kind of revision in the voter list. They give the onus on the
Election
voters
Commission lying then.
To get them,
it was an S.I.R. Is Election Commission lying ki wo S.I.R. tha?
No, it was simply intensive revision. It was not a special intensive revision. And what is special in it? What lesson did the Election Commission learn from the very exercise conducted in Bihar? There was an officer in Katihar who compelled him to resign just because he was not towing the line. What defect he was receiving from the Election Commission and the top officials. So this is very communal agenda to bring the very issue of infiltrators in Bihar, and there was not a single case.
Then why don't we, sir, hear? Then why don't we, sir, hear the RJD the RJD emphasizing on this issue? Why all of a sudden you have changed your narrative and your strategy and now you're talking only about unemployment and palayan? Why aren't you emphasizing enough?
This is totally farce, and there was not a single eligible voter was added in the draft roll, and 65 lakh voters were eliminated, and 22 lakh people were told that they were dead, while the relative of Raj Singh, who died in April or June 2024, was found in the draft roll.
Okay.
There were many discrepancies, irregularities.
Sir, my only point is, if there were discrepancies, why didn't the petitioners prove that in court? When the court continuously kept on asking, is there evidence? Do you have people who have raised those objections? Produce them in court or produce the evidence in court. Why was the evidence not produced?
On 16 people who were alive belonged to the Buxar parliamentary constituency, went to the court, and 2 people from Raghupur constituency were there, and Yogendra Yadav was pleading from our side, and he was appreciated by the justice. So what are you talking about? There were so many people from different.
So then why did the court kept saying that not even a single person has
residing in the same house number?
So why did we hear the court saying not a single person has come to fore? Where are the evidences that you kept talking about? Dr. Sanjay, one second, Dr. Sanjay Kumar.
There is
discrepancies, multiple discrepancies. Multiple discrepancies, and that's why the intention of the election commission is being questioned. Because Bihar mein itne discrepancies thi. One second, Dr. Jigyasu, one second. Allow others to come in. And that's the reason why now the opposition is objecting to this pan-India exercise of the election commission, saying that the intention is to create trouble. Can you unmute yourself, sir? We're not able to hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Swati.
Yeah,
so,
right.
The opposition parties which raised this question, I think they have a very regressive thinking behind S.I.R, not progressive. Many people died, many people shifted, a lot of things happened in last many years, and now there is this revision happening, which Supreme Court also validated. Coming to the point, the process, and they are saying that ECI works as agent of government, and you ask them that the court has been hearing, and did they file any complaint? Did they file any affidavit? They never filed any affidavit in the court, and they did not even complain on the ground level also. ECI has said so that they did not receive written complaint. They have been talking in national media, but did you hear anything, Swati, on social media? In the age of social media, if people are being cheated or they don't feel that there is a very transparent process happening on the ground, there is hue and cry on single issue on social media nowadays. Did you hear any single...
No, what we did here, Dr. Kumar, what we did here were people whose names were taken in those press conferences by Rahul Gandhi come to fore and say that, what is being said about us is an absolute lie. What is being said about us, the details that are being put out about us are an absolute lie. Let me bring in Kumar Saurabh Singh. Where does your party stand on this issue?
Swati, we have a very clear stand that S.I.R is a process which is being carried out by Election Commission, and this is within the preview of the Election Commission, and they do this every now and then. Last time they did, probably the point of contention was last time they did it in 243 days. This time they did this process in around 97 days in Bihar. Now, the moot question which my fellow BJP spokesperson skipped, that, one way of putting this is they link S.I.R somehow with the Ghuspatiyas. Now, you did not ask him that how many Ghuspatiyas were there in the S.I.R in this process.
I did ask him multiple times, in fact. I did ask him, is there any data?
I'll give you the number, Swati. I'll give you the number. The overall number was 411 Bangladeshi. This is the official number from the Election Commission, which has come out in Bihar. Now, let's assume they give another logic that there are lakhs of people who did not give their real addresses, or they did not come out and claim were the Ghuspetiyas. Let's assume if that number was whatever, lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh. Now, the question here is who's ruling Bihar in last 11 years? Okay, let's say in Bihar they have double engine ki sarkar. Okay. Nitish ji is there as a chief minister and Amit Shah is home minister. So if those Ghuspetiyas were there, then probably Amit Shah ji should resign first of all, because it's a lookout of central government to restrain or restrict the Ghuspetiyas. Okay. See, the bigger question is that let's say pan-India, if this process has been carried out by Election Commission,
and this data
first,
that
you claim,
and this data that
you
just sharing,
cannot allege and run.
This data that you're sharing has been released by the Election Commission?
Yeah, it is. On 30th September, they released the entire data. They clarified what was the distribution of people because of death, because of migration, because of other issues. They gave 3 reasons. The pertinent question, Swati, is for the opposition and especially for
was the word not traceable? Or did they say Ghuspetiya?
Yeah, they simply,
did Election Commission say 411 are Ghuspetiyas?
No. That's the catch, and that's the politics. The interpretation was that those who did not come out and gave their this thing was Ghuspetiya. Let's not forget it. That process is over.
The Election Commission,
now, my question is,
if they held an entire press conference, they could have very well said that instead of non-traceable, what we are trying to say here is that it is the word is Ghuspetiya, but they never said that. But one second. Kumar Saurabh, does that qualify? Does that qualify to say that in case you do this, आपके हाथ पैर हम तोड़ देंगे? In case you do this, अगर आप हमारे गांव में घुस गए, you will not be able to return, या लोगों के सर कट जाएंगे?
I think we live in a democracy, okay, and it is run through courts, it is run through government, it is run through Election Commission. Everybody is a stakeholder, first of all. My thing is that let's say even any party who comes out and raise suspicion or objection about a process, there is a way, there is a democratic way to do it. This is not at all acceptable or justifiable. Another thing is when the opposition raises a question, they should back that claim and they should come out and prove the claim.
Absolutely.
See, Rahul Gandhi alleged that S.I.R. is vote chori, and then he ran away. He absconded. He went
Ashwini
to
Kumar wants to come in.
his coffee.
Okay.
This is not the way.
Kumar Saurabh, Ashwini Kumar wants to come. Ashwini Mishra wants to come.
Swati ji, first of all, you spoke about nexus and fear-mongering. Look at the statement from a cabinet minister called Lallan Singh. He is telling in Bihar election, you have to ensure that nobody comes out to vote.
Followed by action.
You have to stop them at their houses.
Action happened or not? Action happened or not?
That is the nexus. No, if a cabinet minister can use such a word in a place where they are in government from last 20 years.
Was it followed by action or not?
Swati ji, 10 seconds.
Was it followed by action or not? Action happened or not?
No, Swati ji.
Irrespective of whether that individual is a cabinet minister, action happened or not?
Swati ji, 10 seconds.
So by that logic, shouldn't action be taken against those who are saying sar cut jayenge aur aapke haath pair tod denge?
Swati ji, 10 seconds.
Okay, 1 second. Allow Mr. Mishra to finish.
Government that they think that they are beyond the democracy, that they think they are beyond the constitution, and that's the audacity where those statements can be made.
They have that audacity.
They are in government from last 20 years.
Mr. Mishra, if they have that audacity, if they are under any sort of misconception, do you not think that the action that has been taken clears that misconception and challenges that audacity? Had action not been taken, then you could have very comfortably said, see, this is a live example of the nexus between the Election Commission and the BJP. Had action not been taken.
Swati ji, the fundamental question to the Election Commission we have been raising is about the transparency, which even court has pointed out. The Honorable Supreme Court has said that the Election Commission of India's process of S.I.R. is not transparent. It has to be transparent. You cannot complain on an issue where you don't have a visibility or the information what is the basis of their action. That is the only question. We have never questioned the democratic process. We question the intent of the Election Commission of India. We have questioned their transparency.
Even the Supreme Court did not question the intent. If the Supreme Court is asking to take additional measures to bring in transparency, If the Supreme Court is saying take additional measures to bring in transparency, there's nothing wrong in it. And I don't think any political party would object to it. But even the Supreme Court didn't say it's unconstitutional, that you cannot carry out this exercise. But I will allow Nikhil Anand to come in. Nikhil Anand to come in and respond. Nikhil Anand, please respond.
Swati, the whole process of S.I.R. was, the purpose of S.I.R. was to identify the genuine voters. And after the first phase of S.I.R. took place, the second phase was those who were wrongly omitted, they can induct their name into those roll list. But this has been successful revision in the state of Bihar, and what has taken place is in a very fair manner. These political parties wants to create propaganda just to play their petty politics.
Okay.
But their whole motive was.
Okay. Okay. I want to take a quick counter. First, Mr. Bhattacharya, then Dr. Kumar. Mr. Bhattacharya first, then Dr. Kumar. Go ahead.
See, countering Mr. Anand, this is exactly what the BJP is doing. Even after 77 years of independence, if I have to prove that I am a citizen of this country, being born and brought up in this country, it is a shame on the democracy and the ruling dispensation of this country.
The first thing. Does S.I.R. tell you to... No, one second.
BJP have different yardsticks?
To establish identity, and to... One second. Mr. Bhattacharya, are you not confusing? Are you not confusing the two issues? Are we talking about a citizenship drive?
We are not confusing we are not confusing.
Or is that deliberate to link S.I.R. and NRC? Or is that deliberate to link S.I.R. and NRC?
S.I.R. in the present format is nothing but a backdoor NRC. It is clear to all. Why not an S.I.R. in Assam? You will then hide behind the Supreme Court, stating that the NRC in Assam is Supreme Court mandated. But even that is not final. Supreme Court has not given a final judgment on that.
So NRC already chal raha hai na, sir. That's what the Election Commission also said. That's what the Election Commission also said. There's already a process which is happening there. That's the reason why S.I.R. is not taking place.
The problem is you can't do the process in 2 months.
S.I.R. is NRC.
But what is the see, that's the whole point. You cannot keep on changing the goalpost. You cannot keep on changing the goalpost. Either the problem is that this is too short.
We are not changing the goalpost.
One second. You are. When you raise questions on intention, then suddenly you say that 2 months' time is very less, and then you move on to say that this is nothing but vote chori. That's always challenge that in the court and say 2 months not enough. Dr. Kumar.
Yeah, so the only point I wanted to make is that the political parties in West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, they should behave responsibly. They are registered regional political parties and they should rather cooperate with the Election Commission. They should deploy their BLAs on the ground, which they did not do in case of Bihar. And that is why, they went to court. That is fine. Going to court is fine. But you should also deploy, you should respect the constitutional authorities and you should deploy your people on the ground and cooperate with the Election Commission, work with the Election Commission rather than you just...
Kumar
S.I.R. has to be clear and has to be defined. If the objective of S.I.R. of Election Commission itself is not defined, and even if it is defined, it is not achieved, what's the point of having it across the nation when you have not given the
one
results,
second, how is it not defined? S.I.R. is done to revise the electoral roll, to ensure there's a pure electoral roll that only voters who are eligible, legitimate voters, eligible voters can vote. That's the mandate, isn't it?
Has been achieved the clean voter
Election Commission says yes, we have achieved that.
No, we have not, because
you are saying that then go to court and challenge. अभी 6 तारीख को फर्स्ट फेज की पोलिंग हो जाएगी. अभी 6 तारीख को फर्स्ट फेज की पोलिंग हो जाएगी. अभी तक एलिगेशन मोड में ही है. कुमार सौरभ.
See, the problem is, Swati, that they have not even objected. One petition was not filed by the Congress. So let's not digress the issue. I'm saying this in Hindi because last time when we were discussing about the Lalan Singh issue, it got confused. See, Swati, it's not about, the action was taken or not. ये important है कि देखिए हमेशा कहा जाता था कि 15 वर्ष जो है वो जंगल राज के समय में अपराधियों का और किडनैपिंग का रैंसम सीएम हाउस से कलेक्ट किया जाता था. अभी देखिए कैसे बिहार में सीधे HMO और PMO से चीजें मैनेज हो रही हैं. क्यों मैं ऐसा कह रहा हूं? बिकॉज एक केंद्रीय मंत्री ऐसे व्यक्ति के लिए जिसको चुनाव आयोग ने जेल भेजा है हत्या के आरोप में, उसके लिए सामने आके कह रहे हैं कि अब हम प्रचार करेंगे, और वहां जाकर आप वोटरों को धमका रहे हैं, तो क्या इसमें पीएमओ वो एक केंद्रीय मंत्री भी हैं, प्लीज समझिए। और ये क्या सीधे तौर पर वोटरों को धमकाना नहीं हुआ?
ओके, वोटरों को धमकाना नहीं हुआ। शाहबुद्दीन के बेटे को मौका देना, फिर उस पर भी सवाल पूछना चाहिए, फिर आरजेडी को भी कटघरे में खड़ा करना पड़ेगा। लेट डॉक्टर कुमार कम इन। डॉक्टर कुमार,
स्वाति, मैं भी हिंदी में ही जवाब दे दूं ताकि ये हमारे जनसुराज के साथी भी समझ जाए और जनता भी समझ जाए। जो ये कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर बार बार कह रहे हैं, ये समझना जरूरी है कि वो यहाँ, ये ललन सिंह जी वहां के मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट हैं उस क्षेत्र के, और मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट के हैसियत से वो वहां पर प्रचार करने के लिए गए हैं।
अच्छा, तो
जो उनका पॉलिटिकल राइट है, जो उनका पॉलिटिकल राइट है। सी, अपराधी तो आपके भी पार्टी में 44 अपराधी हैं, 44% अपराधी हैं।
दिया है हत्या का जो मुख्य आरोपी है, उसमें केंद्रीय मंत्री को या वहां के
आरोपी है
प्रचार करना और कहना कि मैं संभाल रहा हूं।
ओके, डॉक्टर जैन जिज्ञासु, इस मामले में आरजेडी को भी कुछ सवालों के जवाब देने पड़ेंगे।
No. Earlier, the election commission were held responsible for reaching out to the maximum populace. This is not the issue of addition or deletion.
No, we've moved on from that. We were discussing something else.
The party to backdoor.
Yes, but Dr. Jigyasu, please respond to the criminal antecedents.
No.
रीतलाल यादव जी के लिए हो जाता है।
Is the election commission so innocent that it is not able to see what is happening in Mukkama? 70 गाड़ियों का काफिला है एक केंद्रीय मंत्री के द्वारा, जिन्होंने संविधान की शपथ ली है।
बिल्कुल, और उसके लिए देखिए,
नहीं, हम माफी नहीं है। आप सुनिए मेरी बात कि एक केंद्रीय मंत्री यह कहे किसी को घर से नहीं निकलने देना है, ये तुम्हारा चल रहा है जमहूरियत।
एक तो डॉक्टर जिज्ञासु, एक तो थोड़ा सा आपके ऑडियो में प्रॉब्लम है, डबल आवाज आ रही है, थोड़ा सा आपके ऑडियो में इशू भी है। दूसरी बात, ये रीतलाल यादव जी के लिए कैंपेनिंग नजर नहीं आती, शाहबुद्दीन के बेटे को मौका देना, टिकट देना, वो नजर नहीं आता। खैर जंगल राज के आरोप दोनों तरफ से लग रहे हैं। Gentlemen, I'm completely out of time for debate number 1. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. And Ashwini Kumar Mishra will continue to be with us for debate number 2 as well.